Good evening, everyone. Chat number 510 of Kingdom is finally out. It has been out for the last 2 days. I was just too lazy to do a review here. But this was a chapter after a very big cliffhanger. In the last chapter, we had Ousen realizes that they are in a very big trouble after capturing Retsubi, and the Zao's generals were also talking about the same thing, how Riboku has got the Kin army in a very big trap in Retsubi. No one has realized this in the Kin's army except for one, that is the that is General Ousen. And in this very next chapter, in the very last panel, Ousen is missing. That's the big news from the center. Ousen is missing. We can see Karyo and Yotanwa's worried faces. Ousen, the supreme commander of Kin's army, has suddenly disappeared. There is no whereabouts of him, but it happens in the last panel, so it's a cliffhanger again. So we'll only get to know about it in the later chapters. So we need to hang in there because Kingdom fans right now are on their seats. These are the chapters that people will always remember. This manga is arguably the best war manga ever. Maybe if we don't compare the genres, but even if we don't compare it, it's probably the best along with few other stories. But no need to go into that. As a Kingdom fan, we just have to talk about this right now, this chapter this week. Yeah. So in the other portions of the chapter, we people talk about their first battles, how I forgot the name, Sogen or something was there, his name. In his very first battle, he pissed in his pants, and well, he doesn't regret it now because he's the badass of the Haishin unit. And people also, yeah, there were few new entries in this Haishin unit, and they were into their first battles, and they were really scared. Then the 100-man commander of Haishin unit tells everyone there's no need to worry, it's only their first battle. People do get to face this situation for the very first time, so it gets difficult for them to react and all those things. So it takes time, and that's how everyone got confidence in the end. And then they talked about a very big man in this entire manga, that is Shin itself. They talked about the first battle of Shin. We all remember that very clearly. Shin in his very first battle got the head of a general. I remember it clearly. I just forgot the name of the general though. There was a battle between Kin and V, and won it very comfortably in the end, I would say. General Duke Yo won them the battle, but Shin was in his very first battle got the head of a commander. Since then, he has gone to a 1,000-man commander with leaps and bounds. There has been no man like him in Kin. Well, there are, but there has not been a story similar to Shin, who came from a background, very poor background, had no family, just one brother who was killed, and for the sake of him, don't forget that name. For that guy, Shin is going to be a general. So that's the story of Kingdom here. And yeah, the people talk about it and feel nostalgic about it, how Bihei was along with him. And then again, in the next panel, how Karyuten meets Jin and explains him that there is no need to be scared. It's their very first battle. These kind of things happen. And she also tells him that it is very good that he got scared in his very first battle. He was not a person who would uh, shower the arrows just to kill a person. There has to be in the members who are the guys who are the members of Haishin unit has to have the intent in order to fight the battle. They just don't go into the battle to kill people, but to get a result, and to get a result with their heart and yeah, hard work. That's what Karyuten tried to explain him. And yeah, it's good that people get scared in Haishin units because that's what a human being needs to be. He doesn't need to be a robot and only kill someone, and that's a very good thing. She tells Jin and tells him that this is a very good thing that he has, and his brother as well. Jin, by the way, is a bit worried because he slapped his brother midway into the battle, and he hasn't confronted him yet. So he goes to his brother. We don't know what happens next, but that will come up in the next chapter. So this is Kingdom at its very best. There is no need to talk about which is one of the best mangas. There is no need to compare any sort of thing. This manga is where it is. It's 510th chapter here. Maybe in the next 100 chapter we get a conclusion, but this manga will always remain in my heart as well. All the Kingdom fans, thank you.